I have a theory that this is kind of a psyop, in a certain sense. Because
What, Sean?
Psyop? What's a psyop?
The Blackout Tuesday thing. So okay, that was like a corporate thing. That was a corporate thing. Like, this is an example of psyop. I can't really give you the definition, but this is an example. Like, theoretically, okay, this is conspiracy theorism, and I'm not, no proof, right? But the Blackout Tuesday thing was a corporate event, I guess, on Twitter, on Instagram, and that's not necessarily a psyop, and it wasn't actually meant for people to just post black squares, right? It was meant for the music industry to, basically stop talking so that they wouldn't add shit to the algorithm that wasn't necessarily informational or informative about what's going on right now, right? That was the point of Blackout Tuesday. The psyop part comes in when somewhere along the line that gets distorted for people to say, oh, I'm gonna post a black square on Instagram and tag Black Lives Matter, which does what? When you click on the Black Lives Matter tab, you get black. You get black. You don't see police brutality. You don't see information about what you should do in the case of a protest. You don't see information about your rights when you get arrested. So that's.
I fucked up because literally the day before I made a post on Facebook and it was under a black caption, but I made like an actual post on it, blah blah blah, and I finished the post caption Black Lives Matter. I went to sleep. I woke up at like noon the next day, and I wake up and I see all this stuff about how there's black squares everywhere and blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, I should probably. So I deleted and stuff, but I'm like, you look, it's legit. You search it up, and then it's kind of different today because people have been like doing a real good job clearing through it and like deleting shit and stuff. But like yesterday, you would search it up, and it's literally just you can't find shit. But one of the things I wanted to just hold on, I'm trying to read these comments. These are kind of long.
Yeah. Just one thing I wanted to mention before you do, I personally think it's just like the reason why I think it's a psyop through and through, even from the beginning, is just that like with corporations adopting Blackout Tuesday, I feel like that's a way for them to socially signal that they're for the cause without tangibly doing anything that forces them to give up any sort of capital.
Oh, definitely.
Like, that's my opinion on that. Because at the same time, it's just like, man, like the way things are messaged now and the way people came out on Tuesday, it just felt like people were just trying to take themselves off of the hook of being not racist, not anti-racist, but not racist.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, real quick, I just want to address this point by Prod by Ozzy with the bot name. I don't know why his name is fucking XYZ, but anyways.
Oh, that's Austin?
Yeah, but he makes a good point though.
I didn't know that was Austin.
He makes a good point though. He says his coworker said that whole thing might be a good way for people to transition into doing something good, right?
Yes.
Which
I wanted to talk about that too.
I can respect that. Like, that's fine.
I can. What were you gonna say?
It just gives it,
like, it's two-sided for me.
Exactly. It can be used wrong, and I feel at the end of the day, people were saying, okay, do it with Blackout Tuesday instead of Black Lives Matter, right? To me, fine, that's okay. Like, I don't care about that at that point, So that's it's whatever, but it gets people to think about it at the very least, right? So it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but But then
I'm not trying to do the very least.
But then Papa Coach Spicy says performative allyship just hurts movements in the long run, because when the time comes for the work to be done, the changes, these people wouldn't magically disappear, which I also agree with. And they also say, why not post educational posts to those threads? And yes, but the problem is that a lot of those people who do the Blackout Tuesday and don't go anywhere, they don't really know anything to begin with, right? So they can't necessarily.
They're miseducated, right?
So but like it's not black and white, right? Like there's issue. I don't think it was the best idea either.
There's great areas, but at the same time, like, the crux of it is that why does it take a social movement, a social trend, in order to get people to care about this issue in particular?
Facts.
This shit has been going on for a week. Like, it just seems really performative, and at the way it's really disingenuous, because at the same time, like, throughout this entire week and the widespread things that have been going on right now, like, isn't that enough to prompt you to seek awareness rather than
Exactly.
taking a social trend that's manufactured by people who are trying to get themselves off of the hook for saying, "Oh, we stand by you, but we're not going to be out in the streets with you, but we stand."
Exactly. You know what a lot of it is? I think a lot of it, like, and to me, it's a lot of the similarities, like we're grown adults, right? And whether or not, like, myself, like, I haven't been a victim of systemic racism, but I've seen it, I've witnessed it, and enough through my life to know that it's real, enough to know that it's wrong, and you would just expect people to have some sort of, at least, and if not that, part of it is that, yeah, no worries. Part of it is that, like, exactly what you said. It's been going on for, like, how long now? The past few weeks. Even just the riot aspect of it.
I mean, yeah, like,
I'm doing okay.
we can't really, like, talk about that. Like, a lot of us just live on social media at the end of the day. But, I don't know, like, it's just kind of weird. It's just like, the virtual signaling doesn't really necessarily
Exactly.
anything tangible. You know what I'm saying? Like, for
Exactly.
There are so many like things that go into why, like, for me, like, honestly, the way I see myself on the whole Blackout Tuesday matter is just like, I'm pretty much like Daria on this shit. Like, I do not fuck with it whatsoever.
It's looking for brownie points, really.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like, you know, it's, again, it's not necessarily black and white to me, but by and large, I do think it was destructive.